Hi everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be in the United States, across the world. We talk about human beings, we talk about easy subjects, we talk about hard, tough subjects. So thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching or listening. If you can give us a big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, repost, reshare. Uh, Maybe share with 25 contacts in your phone and let them know where they can find the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast, which is everywhere. They can watch, they can listen, just like you. Thank you for being with us. This particular episode, where we're going to be talking about health. And as you know, or this is your first show with us. One of well, the the biggest parts of the foundation is mental health recovery, uh, trauma recovery, from anything. Could be recovery from alcoholism, could be from addictions, other addictions. It could be anything. And we always have that in the back of uh, every show that we have, which is over 510 at this point. So yeah, we do have 510 episodes, and we cover again a lot about the mental health. And while that is always an underpinning of every single show, what I haven't talked about is physical health, uh, very much. And we're going to talk about that today. This isn't about, bodybuilding, winning bodybuilding competitions or anything like that. I mean, if that happens, like, great, that's awesome. This is just for, individuals who uh, maybe haven't been to a, a gym for whatever reason, whether it's, the price tag, the membership, being pressured into different sales tactics and uh, time, uh, maybe the times that you're available to go to the gym, it just has been packed. And if you're like me, you like a little bit of space to to go through, whether it's the machines or um, uh, the free weights and that, uh, or the big. Uh, it's almost like a gigantic jump rope, and so like uh, it's more for toning, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. And so the last 3 days, I I did actually today I just finished up the 3 day trial at this gym. So it's close. Um, they have everything that I need. They got the free weights, they got the machines, they got again those ropes. For different boot camps, they have those. That helps tone and basketball hoops and all kinds of cardio equipment. Again, everything that somebody like myself would need. And I don't really know exactly how this all came about, but maybe it's the fact that it's summertime now. Uh, but I decided to go in and they had they have a free day, a 3 day uh, free trial where again you can go in, utilize the facilities, see if it's for you without having to give them a credit card, without any real questions other than, sign this waiver, right? And those are pretty standard. Um, and I can tell you now that I'm going to join the gym. And again, for me, it's not about, I mean, I'm 44. Yeah, there's people much older that, win these bodybuilding contests and they're, uh, the strong man or strong woman competitions and like that's not like for me. Uh, I have focused so much time on the health side. So I'm just talking about I focus so much of the health time that I do on me on the mental side, and I've really neglected the the outside health side, right? And so put on some weight, a lot of weight, I guess. A lot of sedentary, being, um, a lot of sitting, right? It that's how we get things done, right? We sit on the couch, we sit at the kitchen table, we sit in the office, uh, and so again, I I did a 3-day trial, and so tomorrow, I don't know when this episode's gonna exactly air, so it might be the tomorrow of when the show airs, when we drop it. I, I'm not quite sure at this point. I'll figure that out here once we finish this particular episode. So we got a couple shows that are ready to drop. So uh, regardless of that, uh, I think again for me, it's about being or getting more toned, TONED. So yeah, I use some of the weights, but it's not like when I was in my 20s where I'm taking all kind of supplements and this and that and I didn't enter any competitions or any shows or anything, but it was just a big part of my life. And then as I was talking to a friend Don, who's currently at the hospital, again we just I was just being there just to sit with them and talk and chat. We were talking about it, and I, the time that I remember where I was going to the gym pretty regularly, whether it was 4 or 5 days a week, years ago, was after the company I was working for, where they fired, let go, lay off a bunch of people. And so I kind of constricted spending, even though the gym membership wasn't thousands and thousands of dollars. But I remember that was when I was like, oh my gosh, I could be, maybe I could be next. What would happen? Like, I need to make sure that I'm saving what I can. And then from that point on, I just never got back into that mode. The not even the supplement type of person and the weightlifting that I was doing, but just going to the gym and just again, doing some weights, but having them be lighter, higher reps. So, maybe you do 8 or 10 or 12 or 15. or whatever the number is that you do. Maybe sometimes you do 25 of each, uh, for like abs and the back and stuff. I usually do a little bit higher reps, so like 20 or 30, as opposed to like some of the other machines. But it was really at that point, many, 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 many years ago, that I just, it was like went from like one extreme to the other. And then it wasn't until probably maybe 2016, or maybe 2017, joined the gym, uh, and I just I did, so this was before I had kind of that mental health valley that I went into, uh, where I wasn't doing like weights because I was like, what's the reason? Like, why should I, and I'm not gonna be taking supplements to like, help me focus and give me extra energy. And so I just stopped going. And so I was swimming there maybe like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days a week, if that. And then canceled that at some point. I don't even know if I was a member for a year. And so since then, the thought of, joining a gym, right? So some of the gyms are just super packed. You go and it's just like, for me, like that doesn't work very well for me. Uh, I like to be able to move around, to like whether I'm doing machines or if I'm doing like some cardio. Like I just like to be able to move, not have to like, sit around and wait for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes or something. Uh, to do a workout. So I like to have a little bit of flexibility and be able to move around. And so the interesting part is the last 30 days for this trial, uh, I haven't had to like write down like what what exercises and what weights and all that. It's surprising how it comes back, or how it came back in my mind of, okay, like on this day, whatever, like day one, we're gonna do legs or whatever, whatever body part or parts, if we're doing chest and back or shoulders or, uh, my mind like got back very quickly after all these years of like, okay, uh, and then it felt good just to like get some kind of activity and exercise besides walking Lucy at night, and for her to go to the bathroom. Our dog, our Havanese, the dog, 6 pounds 4 ounces. She may have gained an ounce or two. We'll have to wear, but I I guess just made a decision that I need to do some kind of, outward health. That, like, when people hear the word health, it's usually what they think of. They think of, oh, uh, the legs or the arms or the shoulders or the necks or the abs or, uh, what have you. And again, I'm not gonna go play a sport. I'm uh, not gonna go enter a competition, like a weightlifting competition or anything like that. So I'm just doing this for my health, my outward health. Because I've, again, as you know, I've spent so much time focusing on, and I'm still continuing to focus on um, the mental health aspects of health for me. But I'm also now going to be uh, integrating the outward health, like what you can can see. And so again, for me, it's just toning and trying to lose a little weight that I've gained over the years of just that sedentary life that I've had. Uh, whether that's all related to my depression and that I don't know. It doesn't matter what it's related to. Um, and so again, I had the 3-day free trial. Just made sure again that I was able to, if I didn't use the particular equipment or free weights, that I could at least see. It's like, oh, they have basketball hoops. And it's like, oh, well, maybe sometime I'll bring my basketball and I'll just, shoot some hoops, just like the old days. Uh, there's a punching bag. So I got to look and see, my boxing gloves. Like I'm not joining the boxing circuit at all. But just different things that can do that can that are they're options of with working out to do. And so I wanted to share on this episode just this, that maybe you've been thinking about it, maybe you haven't, for whatever reason. I'm just sharing my experience and my story on this. And so hopefully, uh, I'm able to stick stick to it, and I think I will be able to. Again, because of the closeness, like the proximity. I don't have to drive, 25 or 30 minutes to get there. Uh, they have again, um, all the equipment, all the free weights, they have everything that I would be looking to do: cardio, stair climber, elliptical, bikes, treadmill. I mean, so like, there's so many, uh, and there's so many different machines that I obviously didn't try every single one. I was trying to do like a workout and try to see where certain ones were at. So maybe next time when I do my leg workout day, maybe I won't do one that a particular exercise that I did. Uh, and then maybe the next week I'll do it. Again, it's all about having the options of like, oh, okay, let me try this, let me try that. And it's all about just being, for me, being tone and losing some weight, just doing, I guess what I would consider lightweight training. I'm not going to be there like I used to be trying to max out on the bench press. And I think I maxed out like around 300 on the bench press, like again, years and years and years and years ago. Like I'm not like that's not for me anymore. I mean, not saying I won't do the bench press or won't integrate it somehow, some way, some days. But it's just gonna be about it's just about doing it. It's not about the amount of weight of like, okay. I mean, for me, I'm going to start out with the bar, right? The bar is 45 pounds. I think it's 45 pounds, maybe 35. I got to have to double check. I used to know all these things of that. And then, the different machines, if you see like the one, you would think it would be like for 10, like 10 pounds. And you see a two, you'd think it'd be 20, 3, 30, etc. Uh, but there's like kind of like a little index or dictionary or whatever we're going to call it, where like one, if you like put the little, I don't even know what it's called, but the little where you put the thing in where it stops, so like you said, you put it like under whatever weight. So like if I want to do like the number one, which I think is like 12 and a half pounds, then I put it right under that first plate that has a one on it. And so there's things like that uh, that like to get used to a little bit. Um, but I think one other area is the time that I'm working out, just understanding myself, what the purpose of me working out is huge. Because if it's like, oh, well, I want to get all the way up and get back to where I was at, well, I don't think I will be able to do that. Maybe, maybe not, but that's not my goal. My goal is, having some sort of consistency, throughout the week, whether it's 4 or 5 days or what have you, if I have travel or uh, and when I'm in town, uh, and so I've also been doing some Tai Chi, been learning a little bit about that, and ordered a jump rope so that if I'm traveling, then I don't have to have that in the back of my mind of I got to find a gym in an area like an area that I'm not familiar with. If I find one, that's great. But at least, in a hotel room or, in front of the hotel, like on the sidewalk, I can jump rope and, I can do the Tai Chi in the hotel room. Uh, and so for me, it's all about just having those slots and those openings of, okay, if I'm in this situation, here's how I here's how I work through it. Uh, and if I'm in this other situation where I'm home, then I go to the that gym, right? And if I'm not, take the jump rope, the Tai Chi, a lot of it. Actually, most of it, what I've seen, I don't even know, like you don't need any weights. So it would just be looking up particular workouts on YouTube uh, or I've even done, screenshots of, Instagram posts that will show a whole slew of Tai Chi exercises. And so I was doing that for maybe like 3 or 4 days. Not all the Tai Chi, there's so many to do, but just a few. And I started like to feel like it was working. And again, that's all about like getting toned. And so that's where the gym is at that transition where if I'm not able to get to like the gym with all the weights and all that, uh, I have kind of like my backup. I got the jump rope, I got the Tai Chi on my phone, in my mind, and that's really it. So if that's something that you want to do, or if you've thought about it, or if you've tried, these gyms that are just super packed and uh when I was growing up, it kind of seemed like there were like there were gyms where it was almost like heavy cardio and they're always and always packed, or it was that if we're looking at like two ends of the spectrum, the other end of the spectrum being, some people that are at a specific gym and they're, getting ready for the next bodybuilding competition. Not everybody, but there's people like that. And so that can be like overwhelming when I'm doing 10 pounds of a certain exercise and somebody else is doing like 80 or something. And so that's also, well, that's actually where the mental health comes in, is not to worry about it. Like, just get focused on here's what I need to do, here's what I want to do, here's why I came, and then I'm gonna execute that plan uh and do it that way. Uh, and again, for me right now, it's all about just being toned. I'm 44 years old, I'm not 24. Uh, I I'm doing this for myself because I've overlooked my outward health. Uh, and so now I'm trying to again reintegrate the outward health and have that be that that'll close the loop on the mental health and then the outward health. Um, so that's my story. Thank you for joining us. Thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, repost. Let everybody know about the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. You can find it wherever you find your podcast at. They reach in your phone and reach out to 25 contacts. Share our podcast. Help us reach and help 3 billion plus people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. And until next time, hope you have a great day. And we're sending love and support. And you don't have to be a believer to be a part of our family. You just have to be a human being that wants the best for uh, all human beings. And I think we can agree on a good bit of that. Uh, so thank you very much. We'll talk to you. You'll hear us. You'll watch us soon. And we will see you at that time. Take care.